1966 World Cup Willie, hosted by England. The first mascot in FIFA World Cup history was World Cup Willie, a lion wearing a shirt featuring the English flag. The lion was chosen because it is a national symbol of England, and to this day, Willie is still regarded as one of the best World Cup mascots ever created. His success helped popularize the use of mascots in major sporting events around the world. As the first ever World Cup mascot, Willie became a huge commercial success, with merchandise ranging from toys to cereal boxes selling in large numbers. And the tournament was ultimately won by the England national football team, who claimed their first and only World Cup title. The final match was played at Wembley Stadium in London, England, where England defeated West Germany. 1970 Juanito, hosted by Mexico. 4 years later, Mexico introduced Juanito. Unlike Willie, who was an animal mascot, Juanito was a young boy wearing the Mexican national team's uniform and a sombrero with the words Mexico 70 written on it. His name comes from Juan, one of the most common names in Mexico. The mascot was designed to represent the friendliness of the Mexican people and the youthful spirit of football. To this day, many fans consider Juanito to be the most iconic human mascot ever created by FIFA. The 1970 FIFA World Cup was also historic because it was the first World Cup to be widely broadcast in color television, allowing fans around the world to experience the tournament in a whole new way. That year's tournament was won by the Brazil national football team. And not just any Brazil team. This was the legendary Brazil squad led by Pelé, widely regarded by many as the greatest national team in football history. The final was held at Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, Mexico, where Brazil defeated Italy. 1974 Tip and Tap, hosted by West Germany. Tip and Tap, two young boys, became the first pair of mascots in FIFA World Cup history. West Germany introduced them to symbolize friendship, unity, and the spirit of cooperation through football. Both mascots wore jerseys featuring the letters WM74, short for Weltmeisterschaft, the German word for World Cup. Unlike previous mascots that focused on a single iconic character, Tip and Tap were designed to represent teamwork and togetherness. The 1974 FIFA World Cup is also remembered for featuring one of the greatest tactical clashes in football history, the total football philosophy of the Netherlands versus the disciplined efficiency of West Germany. The tournament was ultimately won by the West Germany national football team, who defeated the Netherlands national football team in the final. And the final was played at the Olympia Stadium, located in the city of Munich, West Germany. 1978 Gauchito, hosted by Argentina. Argentina introduced Gauchito, a young gaucho character who became the tournament's official mascot. Gauchito wore a traditional gaucho hat, a neckerchief, carried a whip, and sported the iconic sky blue and white jersey of Argentina. The mascot was created to represent Argentina's strong rural traditions and the gaucho culture that has long been an important part of the country's national identity. And the tournament was ultimately won by the Argentina national football team. The final was played at Estadio Monumental in Buenos Aires on June 25, 1978. Argentina defeated the Netherlands to claim their first ever World Cup title. 1982 Naranjito, hosted by Spain. This might be one of the strangest World Cup mascots ever created. Spain looked at all the previous mascots. Most of them were either people or animals. Then they chose an orange. His name was Naranjito, derived from the Spanish word naranja, meaning orange. At first, many people thought the idea was ridiculous. But by the end of the tournament, Naranjito had become one of the most beloved World Cup mascots of all time. His popularity was so great that he even received his own animated television series after the World Cup ended. The 1982 FIFA World Cup was won by the Italy national football team. The final was played at Santiago Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid, where Italy defeated West Germany to claim their third World Cup title. 1986 Pique, hosted by Mexico. When Mexico returned as World Cup host, it once again chose something deeply associated with the country, a chili pepper. Pique was a smiling jalapeno pepper wearing a traditional sombrero and the colors of the Mexican national team. His name, Pique, refers to the spicy flavor that chili peppers are known for. The 1986 FIFA World Cup was won by the Argentina national football team. The tournament is best remembered for producing two of the most famous goals in football history, both scored by Diego Maradona, the Hand of God and the goal of the century. The 1986 FIFA World Cup final was played at Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, where Argentina defeated West Germany to win their second World Cup title. 1990. Ciao, hosted by Italy. If there's one World Cup mascot that makes people ask, what exactly is that? The answer is Ciao. Unlike previous mascots, Ciao wasn't an animal, a person, or even a food item. Its body was made up of red, white, and green blocks, the colors of the Italian flag, while its head was a football. The result looked more like a piece of modern art than a traditional sports mascot. Even today, Ciao is widely regarded as the most experimental and unconventional mascot FIFA has ever created. The 1990 FIFA World Cup final was played at Stadio Olimpico in Rome. The tournament was won by the West Germany national football team, who defeated the Argentina national football team. 1994. Striker, hosted by the United States. For the 1994 World Cup, the United States chose something simple and instantly recognizable, a dog. Striker was a cartoon dog dressed in a soccer uniform and designed to appeal to families and young fans. The dog was chosen because it was the most popular household pet in the United States, making Striker an easy mascot for people to connect with. The 1994 FIFA World Cup was won by the Brazil national football team. The final was played at Rose Bowl in Pasadena in a historic match between Brazil and Italy. The game finished 0-0 after extra time and became the first World Cup final ever decided by a penalty shootout, with Brazil emerging victorious to claim their fourth World Cup title. 1998. Footix, hosted by France. A blue rooster. It sounds simple, but Footix became one of the most successful World Cup mascots in FIFA history. The rooster was chosen because it has been a national symbol of France for centuries, often representing pride, courage, and the French spirit. The 1998 FIFA World Cup was won by the France national football team. The final was played at Stade de France, located in Saint-Denis, part of the Greater Paris metropolitan area. The match featured the host nation France against the Brazil national football team. One interesting fact is that after France won the tournament, the word Footix took on a completely different meaning in French football culture. It eventually became a slang term used to describe a bandwagon fan, someone who only supports a team when it's successful. 2002. Otto, Kaz, and Nick, hosted by South Korea and Japan. The most futuristic World Cup mascots FIFA has ever created. Instead of choosing an animal or a human character, FIFA introduced 3 digital creatures from a fictional world called Atmazone. They were portrayed as members of a fictional sport known as Atmoball. Otto served as the coach, while Kaz and Nick were the players. Their futuristic designs were meant to reflect the modern and technological image of the first FIFA World Cup ever hosted in Asia. A unique fact about these mascots is that their names were chosen through a public vote involving internet users and customers of McDonald's in both host countries, making them one of the first World Cup mascots whose names were selected directly by fans. The 2002 FIFA World Cup was won by the Brazil national football team. The final was played at International Stadium Yokohama in Yokohama, where Brazil defeated the Germany national football team to win their 5th World Cup title. 2006. Goleo VI, hosted by Germany. For the 2006 FIFA World Cup, Germany introduced Goleo VI, a lion mascot accompanied by a talking football named Pique. Goleo was a friendly lion wearing a white football shirt with the number 06 on it, while Pique, his loyal companion, was a talking ball that rarely left his side. Created by Jim Henson Company, Goleo was designed to represent joy, friendliness, and the festive atmosphere of the World Cup. His name is a combination of the words goal and Leo, the Latin word for lion. Meanwhile, Pique is a German slang term sometimes used to refer to a football. One of the most interesting facts about Goleo is that the company responsible for producing and marketing the mascot's merchandise went bankrupt before the tournament had even finished, making him one of the most financially infamous mascots in World Cup history. The 2006 FIFA World Cup was won by the Italy national football team. The final was played at Olympiastadion Berlin in Berlin, where Italy defeated the France national football team on penalties to claim their 4th World Cup title. The match is also remembered for the infamous headbutt incident involving Zinedine Zidane in the final game of his professional career. 2010. Zakumi, hosted by South Africa. This is probably the World Cup mascot most familiar to the modern generation. Zakumi was a leopard with bright green hair and a cheerful personality that quickly made him a fan favorite. His name is a combination of ZA, the international abbreviation for South Africa, and Kumi, a word meaning 10 in several African languages, representing the year 2010. One interesting fact is that Zakumi appeared almost everywhere during the tournament, from advertisements and merchandise to public events, making him one of the best-selling World Cup mascots in FIFA history. However, what truly made the 2010 World Cup unforgettable for many people was its official song, Waka Waka, this time for Africa, by Shakira. Even people who didn't watch football still recognize the song today. The 2010 FIFA World Cup was won by the Spain national football team after a dramatic extra-time goal from Andres Iniesta in the final against the Netherlands national football team. The final was played at Soccer City, also known as FNB Stadium, in Johannesburg.
2014, Fuleco, hosted by Brazil. Fuleco was a Brazilian three-banded armadillo, a species that was considered vulnerable and in need of conservation efforts in Brazil. FIFA chose the armadillo as the tournament mascot to help raise awareness about wildlife conservation and the protection of endangered species. The name Fuleco is a combination of the Portuguese words futebol, football, and ecologia, ecology, reflecting both the sport and the environmental message behind the mascot. With his blue shell and cheerful personality, Fuleco quickly became one of the most recognizable symbols of the 2014 World Cup. The 2014 FIFA World Cup was won by the Germany national football team. The final was played at Maracanã Stadium in Rio de Janeiro, featuring the Germany national football team and the Argentina national football team. Germany won 1-0 after an extra-time goal from Mario Götze, securing their fourth World Cup title. 2018, Zabivaka, hosted by Russia. Zabivaka was an anthropomorphic wolf dressed in sportswear and protective goggles. His name comes from the Russian phrase meaning the one who scores, or goal scorer, making it a fitting choice for a football mascot. The design was created by Ekaterina Bacharova, a university student whose concept was selected through a public vote held on FIFA's official website. Zabivaka was designed to represent speed, confidence, fair play, and a love for football. His energetic personality and modern appearance made him especially popular with younger fans. The 2018 FIFA World Cup final was played at Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. The match featured the France national football team against the Croatia national football team. France won the final 4-2, claiming their second World Cup title and becoming the first team since Brazil in 2002 to score 4 goals in a World Cup final. 2022, Laib, hosted by Qatar. Laib means super skilled player in Arabic. His design was inspired by the gutra, the traditional head covering worn in many parts of the Middle East. Unlike previous World Cup mascots, Laib was not portrayed as an animal, human, or object. Instead, FIFA described him as a character from the mascot universe, a magical world where all World Cup mascots exist. With his floating appearance and playful personality, Laib was designed to inspire confidence, joy, and a love for football among fans around the world. The 2022 FIFA World Cup final was played at Lusail Stadium in Lusail. The match featured the Argentina national football team and the France national football team in what many consider one of the greatest World Cup finals ever played. Argentina emerged as champions after a dramatic penalty shootout, securing their third World Cup title and completing a historic triumph led by Lionel Messi. 2026, Clutch, Maple, and Zayu, hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico. For the first time in history, the FIFA World Cup will be hosted by 3 countries simultaneously: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. To celebrate this unique tournament, FIFA introduced 3 official mascots, each representing one of the host nations. Maple represents Canada and takes the form of a moose, symbolizing friendliness, strength, and Canada's vast wilderness. Zayu represents Mexico and is a jaguar, an animal associated with speed, agility, and the country's rich cultural heritage. Clutch represents the United States and is a bald eagle, symbolizing freedom, strength, and determination. As of the start of the tournament, the champion has not yet been decided. The 2026 FIFA World Cup final is scheduled to be played at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
If you like this type of content, subscribe, like, and leave a comment.